Oh. 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 Ah, stop. Oh. Won't stop. Alright. Back it up. If I'll stop hiccuping. You say the Grim Totem are no longer a threat? That's great. But we've got hold all the Bakistas. Oh. Look around you, warrior. We had no luck dislodging the horde from the hidden trails and overlook this valley. They appear out of nowhere to ambush our supply caravans and then disappear to the hills. I need you to run the gauntlet to understand and let them know the roads still aren't safe. Talk to Mattingly, the supplies officer by the gate, and kill a few of those brutes along the way. Horde scouts hiding in the ruins up ahead ambushed my supply train. Only 2 of my bodyguards made it out of there alive, and me, I used to have a hair. The supplies I was delivering are scattered through the ruins up ahead. Gather them up, take them to Janice Mattingly at Honor's Stand. If they can't make it to Stone Town, at least we can keep them out of the Horde hands. Really wish I could stop hiccuping. Nope, that didn't work. Oh well. I tried. This is the hiccups that never end. Oh. Do do do. Oh hello. Oh hello. Oh. I didn't know we were running fence. That's cute. Oh, you don't get to run either, motherfudger. Oh. Oh, I won't stop. And I'm burping regularly too. Usually burping helps. Ugh. I'll kill him. A mana potion? Oh boy, that'll do me so much good. Back here so I can execute you. No, you can run from me. Nobody runs from me. I am the mighty Smashing Pants. Coming for you next, motherfucker. Ooh, what is that? Savory Deviant Delights! It's fun stuff. Oh. Yeah, screw it. Okay, mount up. Into the ruins. As he kept calling it for some reason. Hello. They're ambushing the roads to Stone Talon too. We just can't get a break here. Where are they coming from anyway? The story out there. What? Our supplies? These were meant for Stone Talon. No matter at the rate we're going, we need them more here. Honor Stan has been cut off from the coast. Commander Singleton is at his wit's end. I certainly don't want to deliver my report to Commander Singleton without at least a little bit of good news. We've got to wrestle control of these roads back from these horde holdouts. From what we can gather, Thunderwalk is the name of the ringleader. He's got a camp just north of here, a Stone Talon native. He knows these roads better than his own hide. If we can wipe him out, resistance from the west might vanish. Find and kill Kona Thunderwalk, then report to Commander Singleton.
Safe travels.
No, back this way. He's back this way. In his little tent. Surrounded by his little peoples. 1, 2, chop. 2, trespass on the sacred soul. You trespass on these nuts.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna listen to music on the show. If it's too loud or anything like that for your speaker, just come in and turn it off.
I will not, but okay. Whoopa! Whoopa! Oh. So any who's-its. Oh, man, make it stop. Why won't it stop? Lord, help me. Help me. What the fuck? Oh. There's a random ass orc running at me. Oh. Who's the guy I turned into? Commander Singleton. Oh. Don't. Hello, Johnson. Help. Oh, awkward. Is he like inside one of these tents? Like legitimately, I don't see the dude. Like I see this is where the question mark is. Where's the dude? Is he like tied to an escort quest and he's away now? Oh! Oh! Maw. Oh, excuse me. Like the question mark is over there. But legitimately, there appears to be no signs of him. Oh. Is he dead? That's gonna be awkward if he's dead. Stop. Stop, drop, and roll. Oh, there he is. He's there now. So our supplies aren't getting through. Honor Stand just gets more and more isolated. Still, the defeat of the Thunderwalk should send a signal to our foes that we mean to stay. Thank you all.
Be careful.
Oh. I forgot that they changed the way those achievements work. I had heard of enormous seismic anomalies here in Kalendor, but I had no inkling that the geological chaos would be so profound. I need an up-to-date survey of the destruction while I stay here to study the seismographic readings. Could you gather some data via my automated survey craft? I'll take care of all the flying. When the survey is complete, present the data to my colleague, Horton Gimblehurt in Northwatch.
Very well, then. Good day to you.
I am
Be
ready to
seeing
fly. So it's all dialogue, okay. Oh. Interesting, even this far from the epicenter, Azeroth's crust is completely torn asunder. Oh. 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 What is this? This jungle wasn't here during last week's survey. Hey, what is happening to the Barrens? Oh. Well, apparently it's gonna grow a new asshole and then sprout some fur for it. Ah, dang it. Flying in the helicopter, questioning my life. Why do I get the feeling this thing's gonna crash? Anytime you take a helicopter somewhere, it crashes. Just a pure rule. That's seawater. It's breached the ocean. Do you think the fissure is growing? Growing. Raptors. Raptors. Hold everything. The walls of Northwatch have been breached. We're under attack. We're under attack. The Warcraft 3 sound effects. Nobody? No? Fine. I don't care. Oh, fudge. Alright, we're here. Let's talk to the gnome. That's gonna run away from me when I try to talk to him. Come back, little gnome.
Hi, how are you?
What? Can't you see we're under attack here? Gimblehart snatches the readouts from the survey craft and stuffs them haphazardly into a duffel bag. Yeah, sure, of course. I'll give Nib's findings careful study later. From the safety of the Eastern Kingdoms, if I have... Wait, say about it. What? You want to stay here to fight? Typical. Wanting to stay and fight off the Horde while there's still a chance to run for it. Look, you really want to save Northwatch? You gotta report to Admiral Aubrey in the tower behind me. He's keeping his ships here to fight instead of ferrying us all away like I'm begging him to. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to finish packing.
Have a great day now.
Typical gnome, running like a bitch. That's why my hunter's a gnome, because hunters run like bitches. Oh. Bleh. Oh. Admiral Aubrey. You ventured all the way here from Honor's Stand? Excellent. We could use your experience here. They may have breached the walls, but Northwatch isn't going down without a fight. The sea is our only lifeline, and right now most of my fleet is either streaming back to Theramore for repairs, or rusting at the bottom of the bay. Only the Blackpool remains afloat to defend our harbor, but she's just signaled that she's been boarded. Speak to me when you're ready. I'll have one of our naval griffins deposit right on the deck. Slaughter the Rage Roar sea dogs who dare assault my precious ship, and report to Captain Fisher for further orders. Let's get a ride. Mr. Blaine, flagged on a griffin, if you please. All right, sir. Immediately, sir. Yeah, see? Yeah. Dang it. Why can't I stop fucking hiccuping? I need somebody to come scare the crap out of me. I see it. It's covered in orcs. I also see a captain. The captain. What's up, Captain? What up, fool? What up? Come on, fight me. Don't fight that naked motherfudger. Fight me. Oh. You there with the face. Fight me, bro. Fight me, bro. Fight me. Fight me, bro. Fight me, bro. Fight me, bro. Fight me, bro. Getting my jollies. Getting my jollies and you failing to fight me, bro. Y'all bad at this. It's not right. You make a hell of a marine. I'll mop up the others, but it looks like the Horde fleet is disengaging. Maybe to land more troops ashore. Admiral Allry will know what to do. Talk to me when you're ready to fly back. Let's get a ride back to Northwatch. Godspeed. Godspeed, lad. You wish to survive. Ride the trade winds. So I'm really excited. I unlocked the Taurens and the Nightborns today, and they were great quest lines, and they both really hinted at the idea that the Void is making a bigger stand. Like the old gods were trying to dig out of High Mountain. And the Taurens were like secretly knew that there was an old god buried right there. That's just great. Captain Fisher signaled us from below. The Horde fleet is landing shore parties. You can't let them flank us from the beach. I've already sent 2 of my best gunners down there to defend the beach. Talk to Cannoneer Schmeath down on the shore. You'll have to fight your way through the courtyard to get there. See if you can help the others secure the hold. Way down. Mr. Blaine, signal the shore batteries and let Mr. Weshin know Smashy Pants is on the way. Handsomely now. Aye, aye, immediately. Sha. We're gonna get down here, and they're gonna be attacking the boats again, because reasons. Oh, let mount up. Take too long to walk. Hey, look, the guy that sells stuff. Hi, guy that sells stuff. Wanna hold on to that savory and deviant delight. Because the savory deviant delight. Who doesn't think savory deviant delight is the shiznit? What's up, buddy? What? You guys have an innkeeper here? Why am I just now learning of this?
Have a good one.
Fix my Hearthstone so I come here when I press the button on it. I still think you rub it. I think you rub it. You're like rub. Second. Lamp. Wee. What's up, Thomas? Warrior, thank the light! They've practically driven us back to the dock. Our courtyard is overrun. We're out of canister shot and the orcs are getting ready for an assault up the hill. We need to improvise some scatter shot and fast. Hurry, run on that broken tower here and grab whatever sharp, pointy scraps of metal you can find laying. Knives, forks, nails, anything. Load the cannon when you get a armful. The Admiral's finest silver. Broken bottles. That won't end well. Not my gears! Not my beautiful gears! Those are actual musket balls. That'll work great. Let's make a shot. Ha 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 ha. Paxton's already loaded a charge in the cannon. All I need is the information, or the ammunition we've improvised. The Horde is massing at the base of the hill. Breathlessly, you stuff the debris you collected in the muzzle of the cannon, step back, cover your ears, and tug on the igniter cord. Oh, it wasn't pretty, but it worked.
Good day to you.
That's one way to clear the hill. Those corpses are impaled with knives and forks. The Ragehorde clan has breached the walls, but we can still turn this fight around. Go down the hill and help our man hold on to the courtyard below.
See you later.
This fight isn't over, not by a long shot. Some of the soldiers in the courtyard still have breath in their lungs. We can save them. I've soaked these rags in an herbal remedy we used to rely on back in Gilneas. The smell is awful, but this poultice can practically raise the dead. Use these bandages on wounded defenders in the courtyard, and we'll see if we can get them back in the fight. What's up, bud? Fuck, noob. Jump into your face, and I'll fuck you in your face. Hey, Dad from Family Circus, why don't you go face fuck your wife? You know what? That's just what I'm gonna do. You gonna get your ass back here, boy. Some band-aids for you. Some band-aids for you. Why do bandages smell like wet dog? Some more sword heals. Get fucked. Bandage for you. Some get fucked for you. Two more defenders. Oh. This is not hurt. These guys are using shields, otherwise I might get hurt. Back to get executed. Band-aids. Band-aids. I gotta just stand right there. What's up, buddy? Brought your friend. You ain't man enough to take him by yourself. Now your friend is the I think I'm gonna eat. Let's fight. Get back here. That's what I thought. Alright. Still in combat. Oh. You are still in combat. Okay, there's that guy. Alright, let's eat this ramlet. Because it's supposed to have health buff on top, so. We'll eat that so we can get the most out of that. Fuck. I gotta eat it. That's what counts. Come on, bro. I now have +2 stamina. I ain't afraid of you. No, come back. Start this fight, you gonna finish it, boy. What's up, Cannoneer Schneith? Aubrey sent you good. I take it you know how to work a cannon? You got the hardware, but not the manpower. Man one of the cannon carronades on the shore here and take out those incoming boats. You're the man, get in the boat. Kill boat. Kill boat. Like, yo boat. Fuck yo boat.
Fuck your couch.
Fuck yo boat.
Greetings.
Ho ho, the breach is ours. You can keep a foothold on these miserable dust ball of a continent after all. What? What?
What? We were out to that car real quick.
Don't die?
We'll just let you know. We'll let you know so you didn't try like call my name, like where the fuck did she go, kind of thing.
Where'd you go?
I miss her
I
so.
miss you so.
Like it's been forever since she's been home.
Oh.
Damn it, I gotta listen to the fucking song.
Ha ha. I'll leave enough bandages. My supply of those herbs was cut off when those brutes sacked my beloved Gilneas. A steady stream of walking wounded have come up the hill to see me. I trust that was your work. Well done. I have encountered the Rage War clan before. They are led not by an orc, but by a monster, a war-gorged fiend with a shred of decency or compassion. He and his lieutenants must be killed, not just to save Northwatch, but for the good of all Azeroth. Karga Rage War wears a helm. Execute him, warrior, and bring his helm to me. It is of particular importance. Rage War has made his camp across the chasm east of here.
We are bound by a common enemy.
Hey there.
Great work. We've knocked on their heels, maybe long enough to shore up the defenses, provided we find a way to take out their artillery. We'll never be able to resecure the fortress walls so long as Rage Roar and his goons have access to artillery. I need you to fight your way across the chasm and take out his big guns. Orcs seasons their heavy machinery with coal tar, which makes them flammable. Take my torch and burn any catapults you see north of Northwatch. Then, torch those big blade throwers out in the Rage Roar's base camp. Those things have killed enough of our men. That's a new belt for me, right? Right. Yeah, it is. More strength, baby. I like strength, baby. Strength, baby. I'm gonna aggro that guy. Yep. Can I unaggro that guy by the time I hit the water? I miss you so. You're a lieutenant, bro. You just gonna let me kill you lieutenant like that? Kill you like that? That's all that matters. Hey, Brony. Eat that meat. Nom 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 nom. Eat that meat. Nom 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 nom. Eat that meat. Nom 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 nom. Eat the meat. Nom nom nom. Eat the meat. Nom nom nom. Should I eat another one? Yeah, I should probably eat another one. Eat more meat. Nom 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 nom. I don't even have enough health to like fucking. The ice cream like feels wrong to eat, and I don't even have that much health. I really hope that wasn't her dying. I aggroed the other guy. But I was wrong! What's up? What's in the bag?
Like I bought from the dog a couple days ago. Well, I got these.
The shit is that?
Hot sauce.
Oh, why do I have like straws on the side?
So you can suck the juice when it melts.
That suck.
You have to turn the cam off of that.
I got to turn the entire stream off.
And I got this. Toilet.
Turlet.
Bathroom cleaner.
The turlet.
Spray.
It's foamy.
And then a bunch of diabetes that you don't need.
What you got? Holy crap, that's a lot of airheads.
And you know, you get the blue and red ones.
That's a lot of airheads. All I'm saying to that is that's a lot of airheads.
Well, not like you have to eat them in one night.
Maybe I do. Apparently I have to kill
I
it.
gotta figure out how to do this thing.
What, the bleach pods?
Yeah.
There should be some sort of either mount on there or...
Nope, put it in the tank.
That's weird.
In the toilet, remove the flush the toilet, wait till the water level is low and valve is closed for dropping tablets into the tank. And wait 10 minutes before you flush.
10 minutes to poop? What am I ever to do?
You have to poop right now?
No.
I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna clean the toilet and then put shit in there. While playing
Since
Fortnite.
you've been gone. Playing it again?
Yeah. It's hard to hear when I was walking out to the car.
Where'd you go?
Hello.
Burn it all! Burn it to cinders! Good. Without heavy equipment, the Horde will be pulled back to regroup. You brought ourselves some time to re-secure the fortress. Well done.
We've been walking
Is he dead? Do you have his helm? Tolliver grasped the helm reverently with quivering hands. Rage Roar's battleships intercepted our vessels as we fled Gilneas. We were to be carried here as trophies of the war chief. As we neared the shore, some of us fought back. Rage Roar, he began killing indiscriminately, howling with laughter. Our ship capsized, and he ordered his men to fire as we drowned. Few of us made it to land. Afterwards, I learned that he wore my brother's scalp as a trophy. He closes his eyes.
That is disgusting.
What I just said?
No, the toilet.
Oh. I'm sorry, it wasn't me, it was probably me. I apologize. I'm just gonna take blame for it, because I'm gross.
How are you?
The Admiral will be pleased that Northwatch is almost secured, but if we're to grip on the continent, we are going to need to maintain the supply lines of the interior. Just before the assault, I received the strangest of reports from Corporal Tegan, who's in charge of maintaining our contact with Forward Command. Says he's having trouble with the jungle. There's no jungle in the Barrens. Follow the upper roads out of Northwatch and see if you can render any assistance to the wayward Corporal.
See you later.
Seriously though, like, how bad was it? Do I need to come in there? And now you're just not gonna listen.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to
I was in the
you.
kitchen. What do you want? What?
I said, is it like super bad? Do I need to come in there and clean it?
It's pretty disgusting.
Like, legitimately bad. Are we talking? Tegan's people.
Hello.
Hey, are you heading to support Corporal Tegan? He's in charge of keeping the supply routes open. He's got two of the most ornery dwarves I've ever met in charge of sundries. If you want to make an impression on those two crotchety hunters, you're going to need to show that you can hold your own against the predators around here. The raptors west of the hold here are especially vicious. Bring Gucho some fresh hides and he'll make an impression with supplying our troops in one swoop.
Safe travel.
You take a look at it and see if if I can do the bowl. The rest of it's kind of gross too.
What do you mean the rest of it's kind of gross too? Since you've been gone. Oh, but I did that. Where's the little lake?
I just got to spray it. So you don't throw one more. Let's go down here. I have two on that one. I was gonna clean the bowl and then I did this a couple weeks ago. You did? Remember I asked you if we had wings? Oh, I thought you did this. Something else you did.
You get splashback when you got booze. your big mouth. No. Turn that shit down. I have to close the door again. 1 or 2.
Is that too loud?
Because I don't want that getting picked up by the microphone and then me getting this thing silenced. Alright. Just popping giving a follow to help out. If you could return the favor, I'm trying to reach 50 followers. I would appreciate it. Okay. I guess. Do that in a minute. What am I looking for? Talk to the mangled body. This thing. You discover a cargo manifest on the body, detailing a long list of sundries urgently needed on the front. A bloody trail in the dirt directs bodies were dragged south of here towards the raptor dens. The raptors may have dragged away the supplies as well. Retrieving those supplies for Corporal Tegan could help salvage the disaster. So, we're going this way. Into the raptor dens. I see supplies. Charge! Oh, wait, was that cry for help thing? Killing me scream. I have no idea why I didn't kill all of them. That one's got a couple by it. What's up, buddy? It's my friends. Oh, we're gonna be friends, bro. Why are you gonna make this weird? Good cut. Oh yeah. Need more supply crates. All the supply crates. This is gonna get messy. Not full health though, so I should be okay. Come on. Execute. That's a really big thing. Like once I'm done, I'm gonna fight my way back out. Box right, huh? Yeah, I aggroed him anyway. Sorry, I was gonna try to do this guy. Stop living the horde, that'd be great. Alright. Got everything I need from here, so I can sneak back out. Where'd you go? Whoa. All these raptors up in here, causing me some troubles, all in here. Doo-doo. 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 Doo. Notification. Why is thy bidding? What? Reach 2 followers. Okay. No. Dang it. Back. Shit. Double shit. I hate that even though I have this immunity, it still plays this.
Alexa, what's the weather like today?
In Austin, it's 60 degrees with a
Alexa?
Amazon's Alexa lost her voice this morning.
Lost her voice. How is that even possible?
We have the replacements ready, just say the word.
And you're sure this is gonna work?
Yeah.
Okay. So Paxton says there's no jungle in this Barrens. What do you call this? I got a pile of supplies to move to the interior. My camp has been overrun by the forest, and I swear it grows by the hour. What? My supply caravan was sacked by those cold-blooded scissor paw things? My supplies, well, that showed some real initiative. Those razor rapsors, or whatever they're called, have torn lesser men to ribbons. Thank you. One of the native species in Kalimdor is the Quillboar. Prickly little buggers, reason enough to hate this continent. The raids started shortly after we established our forward camps. Worse, these spiny fiends seem to thrive in this thorny hell of a jungle. I need your help beat them back so that we can reestablish contact with the forward camp. While you're out there, acquire one of those twisted branches their casters seem to be using to manipulate the jungle growth. I told him he was a fool, but Ambassador Gaines insisted he could negotiate an alliance with the Quillboar against the Horde. Even if he succeeded, I, for one, wouldn't want to fight with those pigmen at my side. Well, Gaines hasn't returned, and General Hawthorne will hold me accountable if I lose one of the best negotiators of these squealing savages. Locate the Ambassador and his steaming mess of a jungle, and rescue him if he's still alive.
What can I do for you?
What is it, warrior? This camp ain't for sightseeing. Hey, you're tougher than you look. Those terror-tooth hide... You fuck.
What's on your mind?
Those terror-tooth hides reflect arrows and turn axe blades. They don't go down easy, but their hides are worth their weight in silver in these light forsaken barrens. Well played. You probably caught wind of some of them hackle-fang scavengers on the way in. They reek worse than old Dirty Pete here. Worthless animals. They steal our kills, rummage through our supplies, and worse, they ain't good for eating. Go kill them, then kill some more if you want to.
Safe travels.
Go kill some, and then kill some more for good measure. Alright, let's get some murder going. Start with this guy. Looks like he could use a good murder. Move on with this guy, because he looks like he could use a good murder. Oh, buddy. I just realized I should probably be a little closer to wherever that guy's held. Let's do that. Let's start working our way toward wherever that dude's supposed to be held. We'll just end up aggroing a bunch of shit. Aggro this hyena and that guy, and execute this hyena, and axe that guy, and bloodthirst, mocking blow. Oh, mocking blow. Well, it's not called Mocking Blow anymore. It's called Furious Slash. I thought it was called Mocking Blow. Proves what I know. That there tallest rider is pink. Hey, I see the door. Get executed. I need to run the melee caster. Silly caster, melee's for sword throwers. Help, the ropes, please.
Light be with you.
Thank you. Suffice it to say, negotiations did not proceed as planned. I should be able to get back to camp on my own. Yeah, bro. You say so. Hit you with the face. And my sword taste. I ain't here to kill flowers. Mysterious spores? Oh, it heals me. Neat. Douchebag. Execute him. Back to random shit. Hey, there's a hyena. Get charged. Hey. Execute. Hey, look, there's a hyena. Hey, hyena. Judo chop, chop, chop. What up? Let's see, hyena. I'm gonna throw my sword at him. Dishes. You're just suddenly in a cleaning mood, aren't you?
Apparently. Happens sometimes.
I know, I've had them. You remember what happened in the living room last week?
What, the blankets on the couch?
Blankets, I did the dishes, I washed all the counters.
Oh.
I did something else too, I don't know what it was. I don't know what to do. Oh well.
Yeah, the airheads.
That's not junk food, that's sweets. And the last thing I need right now is more sweets.
Yeah, some of my Doritos.
That lady continued to give me regular Coke after I repeatedly asked for diet. Repeatedly, I say repeatedly. Filthy animal.
You got my attention.
Ooh, the best heckle fangs are dead ones.
Watch your back.
Need help?
To mention, you're probably going to need a machete to hack through the mess the jungle came out of
Yes,
nowhere. Those are for SpaghettiOs.
Really, they're only for spaghetti.
That's specifically why I bought them. Specifically why I bought them. Corporal Tegan nods as you deliver your report, then grasps the bramble staff with both hands. So this is what the crowbar is using against this. Do you think this is used to create the jungle?
Light bless you.
Now then, let's see what this crazy stick is capable of. That's a vine. Frapping creatures. I'm shooting you, senile idiot. You're gonna kill somebody.
What can I do?
Good work. Gaines passed through here not long ago on his way to Northwatch in a warm bath. The mission wasn't a total loss, though. We learned a good deal about the school boards and their leadership structure. Now we handle things my way.
In like an hour or so, I could order us a Hawaiian pizza.
Why, did you contact them already? They were like, if you order a pizza right now, I will spit in it and just jizz everywhere.
Yeah, it was sometimes 8 o'clock. It's kind of busy.
It's up to you, huh?
Just order us a large to split.
I know you were talking about us just eating leftovers, and I'm still kind of okay from Chinese.
Well, that's also why I said like an hour or so.
It's up to you. According to Gaines, Three Tooth is what the Poor called her matriarch. She's been twisting the thorns on this crazy jungle to her own end, and it was her orders that Gaines be torn apart and fed to the overgrowths. Nice lady. Let's give her a taste of her own. Take the bramble staff you recovered and use it on Three Tooth to take her out of the picture. Then kill the crones she's been training to ensure nobody else can take her place.
Be careful.
That was against the wrong list.
How are you?
Tegan's a fool to think the Quillboar caused the sudden overgrowth. Look around you. I've been watching these plants bloom and sprout daily. Each generation is more mutated than the last. This isn't tribal magic. It's something primal and dangerous. The day before last, a great druid passed through our camp. Seek out Naralex somewhere in the midst of this jungle. He'll know what to do. And bring him some plant samples from the overgrowth to help his
See you
studies.
around.
No, he wants me to walk around the edge. Why is there a dress there? Nobody... There's... The fuck? Let's kill that hyena. Yeah, let's kill this one. No, let's kill that hyena. There's no getting around the hyena. I might as well just take him and kill War 2.
You're gonna be a couple hours like on that boat.
Good chance, why?
Well, yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
What you did last time, didn't you?
I don't remember.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh, fudge. Close the door. Born in a barn. Close the damn door. It's cold. You know what the line was? I feel like that's what the
You
line
like
was.
banana and coconut?
No. Where the fuck did that come from?
I had it in the freezer and I put it in the fridge earlier.
What the fuck is it? Where the fuck did that come from? I just want to know where it came from.
Yesterday I got home before I came home. I didn't finish it before we went over to your parents' house, so I put it in the freezer. And then earlier, before we left, I remembered I had it, so I put it in the fridge. Gave them a tea place. Surprisingly came out in a good consistency for being in the freezer and I put back in the fridge.
God damn it.
You don't like banana or coconut though?
I like banana. I'm not.
That's the banana tastes me. Don't want to try
It's
it?
just you do you, girl.
Sure you don't want to try it?
Yes, I'm sure. Quit asking.
Okay.
And close the door behind you this time.
Why?
Noise levels.
Meh.
Me.
I'll make noise levels.
You have fun with that. Who said you could run away? Get your ass back in, die. I have to fight this motherfucker too, watch. Alright, let's see if I can pull these guys individually. Nope. Alright, let's use the stick on it. It stings, it crushes. Huh. Fill it up. Run past it trying to get to it. Yeah, there's about a 0% chance I'm gonna fight that guy. It's been a big one. I think it was just a big one. I'm wondering about that pink flamingo. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that a little more. Told you. It wasn't an if, it was a win. Now we're just gonna run. When I run so far away. That was weird. Wait, stop running. Stop running. Seriously?
Light be with you.
I can see why the Horde hates these little nuisances. You taken on Three-Tooth yet? Torn limb from limb. Well, I'd almost feel bad, but the burning hatred gets in the way. She got what she deserved. Corporal Tegan takes the bramble staff and snaps it over his knee. Problem solved. I'd love to keep you here behind the lines, but it looks like you've been summoned to the front. Ambassador Gaines, remember him, has relocated the forward camp, and in his latest missives he's requested you personally to assist him. You'll find our forward camp operating south of here in what's become known as the Fields of Blood. Be careful, the Horde has taken to ambushing some of our officers, and
Go with honor, friend.
7 rather than 3. Okay. That means I'm a little under halfway there. Even though the quest says I'm literally a third of the way there. I'm exactly 1/3 of the way there. Damn raptor, pick which direction you're running. Hey, there's a monk. It's a troll monk. Clearly much higher level than I. What in the world? Oh, it's a night one. I knew I was gonna run across one of those at some point.
Can I assist you?
Alright. I am very busy. This uncontrolled growth threatens to engulf the continent. Do you have any news? Ah, samples from different parts of the overgrowth. These will be immensely helpful. Thank you. Biological intervention. The energies unleashed here have surged through the wildlife, twisting them into powerful, unstable forms. If allowed to spread beyond the grove, these deviates will wreak havoc on existing ecosystems, devouring local prey and driving our weaker natural creatures. You must go and cull the populations of the overgrowth. Return when the task is done. The corruption unleashed here must be studied if we are to find a way to properly fight it. Luckily, not all the creatures have been as altered as others. The smaller snakes drink little water and do not eat plants, so their exposure to the energies have been minimal. They've still absorbed enough to change coloration. Go collect these snakes from the overgrowth and return them to me so that we can see just what is happening to the creatures here. There's got to be a way to cure these poor creatures without having to take their lives. I have an idea, but I'll need your help. The lash-vine plants that roam here hold seeds full of primal energy of this place. Collect these for me and bring them back, and we'll see if something can be done. So, I need to kill some of these guys. Flash with control power from deep within the earth. Is it 25 or 20? 20. I see a snake. Innervated adder. Where'd it go? There it is. Whoop. I see you. Flashing fury. That was an alchemy thing. I'm actually, you know, at some point in time, this character is probably going to get nuked and replaced with an allied race turn. Like, legitimately long-term characters are going to be allied races. Because they're more powerful. Oh, like it or don't, it's a fucking fact. I see. Oh, she's watching. Getting a lot of those deviant delights, though. All my turns are going to be fucking Tarns and Boreals. Exception in blue. And axe face. Sure. Hello there, Russia. Raptor, charge you. Maybe that monk's gone somewhere else now. I can go do stuff over here. I see a snake. Come here, snaky. One snake. Oh, I'm walking on air. Maybe I should mount to deal with the water. Oh! Weird ass fucking really making shit. That's cute. No seeds. You don't jump. You got no leg movement, man. Oh, I think there's a talent for that. I think that's what that is. I could have sworn I just saw a snake. Hello. That's a regular snake. He is not charged. Juicy. your raptors. You other plant looking ass go. Look at your plant looking ass. Give me seeds. Give me seeds. Give me seeds. Nope. Bastard. Give me seeds. Clip it for the sake of the appearance, but that's all. I need to find a vendor or a pop vendor mount so I can do some vendor stuff. That's a snake right there. Alright, we're all done hunting these guys. Snake. Let's fix his attitude. And we're back to hunting seeds. So all we need now is more seed. One more seed. One more seed. Anybody with seeds? Nobody with seeds. No seeds. No seeds anywhere. Not a seed we have. Oh, fudge. Where are you, seedlings? Why can't I find you? Oh, there's one. And charge. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah. Jump. No. Hi. Have you collected enough? We'll need several for proper comparison. These will do perfectly. Bright colors like these don't occur naturally in the Barrens, and they haven't developed any other mutations so far. You have the seeds. I am concerned by how active these are. Nevertheless, it simply means we must continue to act quickly before the corruption here becomes worse. Based on what you've brought me, I think we may have a solution. I've imbued the Lashvine seeds with healing energies. Simply contact with these should imbue the creatures here with enough energy to force out the corrupted influence. Go and attempt to heal the mutated raptors and planestriders by sprinkling the seeds on them, and report the results back.
Hello.
Thank you. I'm pleased to see that you return intact. The viciousness I've seen amongst these creatures is startling. If I have truly sown chaos, it is time for reaping. The lumbering overgrowths of late life shambling through the imbued stream here. They are a direct manifestation of the unstable forces mutating this area. Slay as many as you can, and we might be able to slow the spread of the overgrowth further. And while you're at it, be on the lookout for parts of them that appear especially corrupted. Yeah, this?
Sadly, I didn't know it. I was in the bathroom and I remembered something I needed to add to the fucking grocery list, and I can't remember what it was.
Go sit in the toilet until you do.
Well, that was when I was cleaning the toilet.
Go clean the toilet until you do? You never know. Can I get close enough to sprinkle them with it without aggroing them? Oh, they become green when they... Okay. Because it doesn't serve much purpose to heal them to have them attack me. That one exploded. That one also exploded. So the first two got healthy, and the second two exploded. That one got healthy. Well, if this one explodes, we're at a 50-50 result. Yep, 50-50 result. Half the time they'll be fine, other times they will explode. Even. Hey, buddy. His squirming heart. Ha ha ha. The overgrowth reclaims his body. Not so ha ha ha. Buddy. And last one. Stats maybe. Wow. Okay, let's back up on that one because that hurts my eyes to look at. What in the world? A pack of dudes here all of a sudden. Oh dear, it seems the forces at work here are a bit difficult to control. Please don't bother Nerlix with this. It will only upset him.
What brings you?
Harvest Tails. Cutting down the overgrowth will merely buy us time. I haven't found any suspicious pieces. Nerlix slowly takes the squirming heart from you visibly disturbed. I've been a fool. The one truth I did not want to accept has been staring me in the face this entire time. The foul thing is proof of this. You and I have much work to do. This confirms it. The overgrowth here is not being caused by a mere overabundance of energy. Do you understand this is beyond what happened at the Boiling Caverns now? A rift into the nightmare must have torn open in the middle of this very land that we're standing on to think it's all my fault. I've done picking at the edges of this wound. Go to the west, to the center of the overgrowth, and meet me again there. We'll dive into the heart of this corruption and force it shut.
Next to me.
The overgrowth. I know. Well, yeah. I stepped on something that wants to murder me. I stepped on something else that wants to murder me. If I can get up here. Probably shouldn't be kiting. Getting out of range too. Alright, we're done with that. What's going on, Nerlik?
How may I help?
This is it. Since this is once the site of great tragedy, mortal suffering still echoes through it. No doubt, this is the horrors beyond have seized onto. To fully seal this intrusion into our world, I must first fully open it. I will need your strength to hold back whatever may attempt to come through. I am ready, Nerlax. Let's steal the scar. Make sure nothing from the other side makes its way through. And the bird's judo chop. holder with tentacles. Sealed. You don't know the nightmare's connection to this place has been severed. The rest of the land is safe from their intrusions now, and in time the aberrations here will be subsumed by the balance of nature. I cannot thank you enough. By helping to restore the order here, you've let me make amends for my foolish actions. That's one-handed, so yeah, we definitely want to take the ring. To the front. Talent. Increase the number of charges for charge. Stun. AoE stun, that's nice, but I think now. I think double time. There's the road. Get on the road again. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Oh, I'm being attacked by a random ass torrent that came from nowhere. What's up, buddy? I've been talking you up for the general here. Thank you again for saving my life. I have not forgotten my brush with death at the hands of the Quillbore. In the filthy jungle, the general here has ordered some tactical strikes, but he stops short of genocide. I have no such qualms. Take the horns that I borrowed during my negotiation. Blow the horn within the bristleback challenge ring west of your position. When you can't miss it, I want you to challenge the champion of the bristleback, Sabersnout, to single combat. His death in front of his followers will leave them in utter chaos.
Well met.
The Horde has taken to calling this region the Fields of Blood. It is an apt name. These reeds run red with the blood of some of my best men. I've sent out recon patrols to crush the Quillbore and report on the Horde troop movements, but not all of them return. They could use your support out there. Patrol the fields and seek out the desolation grunts that have causing us so much grief. Do not expect them to surrender. Their war chief has instructed them to fight to the death. Strategically, control of a region requires constant observation. See here on this map, I've identified a number of strategic hills, similar to this one, that the Alliance might acquire if we are to keep the enemy under our thumb. My scouts have already marked their location on the field. What I need is someone to spearhead their capture, and you're the woman for the job. Seek out neutral gray flags on the hills of the north, east, and south of Tirajo ruins. Capture one and defend it. Respect the lion. A ferocious killer. You gotta admire the elegance of the beast. Muscle and claws, running down its food. So primal. I'm sorry, my mind wandered. As I was saying, I respect these lions, but they're just murder on our patrols. I mean that literally. The men are afraid to go to the bathroom alone at night. Can you help make our camp a little safer? Barren lions like to linger under trees. Alright. Let's go capture the hill. Capture the hill. Avoid the thunder lizards and capture the hill. Hill captured. Come at me, bros. Come at me, bros. Somebody come at me, bros. Nobody wants to come at me, bro. Out there. Let's dance. Anybody want a piece of the champ? Wait, who's want a piece of the champ? Maybe you need to do a bag dump, bag cleanup, or something. How many more of these motherfuckers are gonna challenge me? That's what I thought. Let's kill some lions. I do need to do that. Well, shit. Sure, at some point there's gonna be like some more to get some time. Well, if the guy's gonna do it, I'll do it back. You know what I mean? Like random acts of kindness or whatever. I see you. Just generically out there. It's extra point on shoulder is kind of nice. Well, that was clearly I'm trying to rope. Alright. Back to base, I guess. I'll take that up at the end. Oh, nice work. How was it? Did you enjoy the hunt? Did you run through tall grass as the scent of your prey urging you forward until you left its throat turning and surging as your savoring fangs? Well, something like that. It's true that they say an army marches on its stomach, and we've been marching a long way. I'm thinking if we barbecue up a few of those giant lumbering storm stouts, we'll have enough meat to feed us for weeks. Storm stouts are big and slow, so they should be easy to kill. Except, hey, you're not carrying any metal on you, are you? Except for that part where they shoot lightning out of their fucking mouths. Thunder Wizard, Thunder Wizard. But these things taste horrible. Like, we regularly run into these people that are like, let's eat it. It's just like, that is not a good idea. You don't think that a dinosaur would taste good. Because they're like all muscle. You gotta have some fat in your meat or else it's just not yummy. I'm not entirely sure how the first one had 0 points. See, that one didn't have it either. Like they should. We killed the storm stout. It had 0 food. With absolutely 0 nutritional value to that entire animal. buddy?
It's honor, friend.
Your report. The general updates his map as you describe your victory. Incredible. You're a real asset to the Alliance. I'll see to it that my men follow your example, and I get a shield.
Go with honor, friend.
Fucking hell. Trolley licks his lips, barely able to constrain his drool. You get my steaks yet? Mason bloody. Sam's eyes bug out of his head as you hand him huge slabs of meat. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll have mine raw. I suppose I'll grill some up for the others. How do you like yours?
On your way.
Now we're cooking. Where did those clothes go? I get the feeling that guy's a Worgen. Like I kept expecting him to shapeshift at some point. Because I figure he's probably a Worgen. Looks like a Worgen. Well, acts like a Worgen, smells like a Worgen. Probably a Worgen. What's up, y'all? Out here fighting these here blue boys. Hey, blue boys and enemies meet fellow alliances. Charge! What's up, buddy? So you got your hands full here. Give me a hand. Hey. Too deep into the Quill War lines. That's clearly a Quill War hut, dude. Like, we got Alliance and Hordes fighting in front of it, but that's definitely some Quill War land. And it gets more Quill War-y the deeper we go. Does the Quill War keep the hyenas as pets, man? This must be the ring. What is this, gurgle snort? The Night Elf has come to challenge mighty Staber Snout Snort. I will make an example of Night Elf. Prepare yourself, soft for face. You, Snort, you are strong, but strong enough for the boar apocalypse? Oh shit. Snort and gurgle. You know what, that's probably a good idea. We'll do that.
I have many lucky doos you like. Good fortune to
Awesome.
our friends.
And then we ride out into the sunset on my super luscious, fluffy chair. Legitimately, this is the most lavish mount in the game, I think. Because you're not mounted, you're really sitting on a cushion. However your character sits on a cushion. Do do. Do 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 do. What's up, General?
I have many wares.
Fields of blood. Very good. We may never drive the Horde completely from these lands, but with a strong presence we can undermine their will to fight. Our policy of conscripting non-violent criminals from the Stormwind stockades has come back to haunt us. Some of my less scrupulous soldiers broke ranks after our victory into Rajo and looted the remains of the city. This is a breakdown in discipline. Worse, the desecration of the homes only spurs the enemy to fight harder when our ultimate goal should be peace. Take these manacles and bring the Tarajo looters to justice. Speak to them first, but you may need to force to subdue them.
Well met.
loose and rope.
Sabersnout, is he dead? What's the news? A boar apocalypse, you say? These animals certainly have a unique idea of single combat. No matter, you've done well. With the Quillboar in chaos, I should have no trouble convincing the field commanders to execute any strays they find scurrying about. The general needs not know we're stepping up the campaign. It's for the better. The general is too preoccupied with the looters in Tarajo, too soft. We ought to be focused on our next move against the Horde. There's valuable intelligence that might be compromised if we allow the ruins of Tarajo to continue to burn. While you're running the general's errands, dig around for any maps or notes you find. I can speak a little of the Orcish tongue. I'll be able to make sense of what you find.
Light bless you.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a downgrade. Alright.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels.
Remnants of Tarajo. Three. Or just over halfway according to the quest counter. Vehicle, forward command, Firestone Point, Fort Triumph. I don't see anybody here at all. Oh, there's somebody. And a map. Hello, map.
You need
Hello,
something?
guy. You are
See
under
you
arrest. Didn't have to go down this way. Yeah, kind of did. I yield. Damn straight you yield, you hooker. Oh, that's only two. Where are the rest of them? Not even intel lying around. Where are all the looters? Upstairs to the inn. I saw somebody up there, but I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, you're under
See you
arrest.
later.
Beautiful. Yeah, you made this little choice. Grand hero of the Alliance, and yo dumbass thinks you can fight me. Check it.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Jesus, it's the buzz. Oh. You there with the face.
Good day to you.
In your
See
wrist.
you around.
You can make me yell and die, because I don't mean to constrict anybody else. You were warned. You're gonna have a bad day. I warned her, didn't I? I was like, you come at me, you gonna die. I don't need no more prisoners. I don't need no more prisoners. Like you come at me, you gon' die. I think this will be another chapter closed, but I ain't sure.
Light be with you.
Cloudman Irons. The Tarajo situation is under control. Well done. Several of the looters have already crawled back requesting clemency. Let them stew for a bit in the North Watch brig. Thank you for helping maintain discipline in the ranks. It is important that our army be perceived as soldiers, not bandits. Thanks in part to your effort, we've stabilized the situation here. We need to turn our attention south to Fort Triumph. Fort Triumph is the keystone of our operation in the Barrens, the vital land link between North Watch and Theramore. I'll pack up and head out separately. Report to Commander Roberts at the fortress, and I will see you there soon. Together, we will secure the frontier.
Honor, friend. What can I do for you?
What have you dug up for me? Interesting. This notice from Ogrimmar indicates a change in Horde leadership is underway. I guess heads are going to roll after what we did to Rajo. What's this? A death warrant for the general here. This is good to know. Very good to know. Onward to Fort Triumph. So we did that one. We've just got Firestone Point and Fort Triumph left. I think we're going to get Fort Triumph first, though. Didn't even know the fact that's where we're going now. There's be a lot going on to the south, involving the razor, whatever's. We'll hold it open up over there. 30 is Desolus. 35 is Dustwallow. Everything else is 40. No. 35 is Dustwallow. Fairless. Everything else is 40. Don't know that we're gonna make it to 35. Have you heard? They killed him. General Hawthorne. He was ambushed on the road by Horde assassins. Oh, he didn't make it far. He was the one that was telling me to meet him there. Well, homie had a death warrant. Just, you know. It was a thing. That didn't sound healthy. Alright,
What can I do for you? See you around.
Hey there.
Why High Command decided that a Silithid mound was the ideal place to build a fortress, I'll never know. Them little buggers are tunneling under our fortifications, setting back our timetables. We need to scorch them out. Take this here bucket of burning pitch and dump it on the Silithid mounds right outside the main gate. They look like big piles of sand. Kill anything that comes out. Be careful. Them nasties are likely to swarm you when they light those mounds. Things go boom. It's freaking out. These bulky dwarven siege engines aren't cut out for the close quarters fightings of the battle scar. I've got some new designs I'd like to try out, but first I'm going to need some spare parts. There are plenty of wreckage sitting in the battle scar. All I need is an enterprising warrior to hold it back for me. That's you. I'm not talking about you.
Need help?
Haven't you heard? The general never made it. Killed in the field like some kind of dog. Were he still alive to avenge himself, General Hawthorne would have no doubt ordered a retaliatory massacre of biblical proportions. Quite right, quite right. The Horde has fought us to a standstill from their stronghold west of here. The fighting continues even as the land breaks open under our feet. Someone's got to break the stalemate. I need you to venture into the battle scar and help my men crush the Horde opposition. In the center of the scar, you'll find a flag marker designating who controls the area. Scout the flag. It'll be worth your while to claim the scar for the Alliance if someone hasn't already done so.
For the Alliance.
Alright, let's, you guys can tell me some crap in here. Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Here we go. Okay. Oh, they're goblin sappers. That's what we keep hearing. bugs. So little time. Must be the flag that we're supposed to tag for the Alliance. The Alliance now controls the battle scar. Your fight was slightly increased power. Oh crap. Yeah, double crap. That was a lot. Woo! Eat one of them mutton chops. Several of them mutton chops. I don't know. Slightly increased vigor as I get my ass kicked. Oh, my health jumped a lot when I hit 30. I was only like 1700 a minute ago, wasn't I? I feel like it was. Alright, that should be enough for now. Let's upgrade these siege engine parts. Nobody seems to be doing anything about the sappers. Like, actively, nobody seems to give a fuck about the sappers. They're just like, yep, they're sappers. No quest to kill them, no quest to try to stop them. Yep, they're sappers. Probably explode if you charge them. What's up, buddy? It's me and you this time. Me and 5 of your buddies. Not doing that again. Really? I can't climb up this little hill. There we go. I'd really rather not have to look for fucking on my own like that. Shit. What's I gotta do here? Is that it? Just kill the raiders? Alright, so let's find some raiders. Alright, if they're moving, we're not charging them anymore. Yep. Oh, the fudge. Oh. I'm like, how the fudge am I supposed to get up there? Fuck your chasm. Fuck yo chasm. Fuck yo chasm. GTFO. Try to GTFO. It seems like there's like a set of them that are just running around. Like literally just running around. They're not effectively compatible. Maybe I'm crazy. Thunder lizard? Yeah, random thunder lizard. Just a random ass thunder lizard. Oh, according to the quest count, I'm only halfway there, but it's looking a lot closer. So we're going to do a portion of Fort Triumph now, go to the next spot, then come back. How goes the fighting? I don't want to take care of the bug problem for a while. They'll be hard pressed to tunnel their way out of that. Can you do me a huge favor? My sister-in-law's uncle is in the Earthen Ring, and he's here in the Barrens studying the impact of the Cataclysm down at Firestone Point. He says their camp is surrounded by Quillboar, and I worry they might get overrun. Can you check in on Dorn Red Earth for me? I'd hate for anything to happen to him, what with the close family bond and all.
Watch, get her back.
What have you got for me? Ooh, look. A mostly complete exhaust manifold, a reciprocating junction box, a working counterweight slip differential. You sure know your junk. Our shipments of saltpeter from Dustwallow have been held up, which means we can't manufacture our own gunpowder here. But I can retrofit our armaments to use Goblin Blasto powder. It's unstable, dangerous, toxic to the skin, and harmful if swallowed, but I think you can make it work. Get me a keg of stuff by attacking one of those Goblin Sapper specialists who've been storming our walls.
Great day now.
Hello. Incredible work. My men report a breakthrough. Their stronghold won't survive much longer. The Alliance owes a debt to the dwarves of Baal Modan, who built some of our earliest fortifications in the Barrens. Their commander, General Twinbraid, is a real stalwart, one of our best. He's on patrol south of here. Keep the horde on their toes. I definitely want to keep him appraised of the situation here so that we can coordinate our next move. Can you deliver this frontline report to him in the field? Get a keg of Blasto powder. As soon as I find one that's not dead. Like that one. That one's not dead. Hey, good. Hey. Please don't blow yourself up. I think you're not blowing yourself up. Powder plate. Batteries not yet included. Batteries not yet included. Do you have a keg of Blasto powder yet? When you get one, don't shake it. Great. Set the keg down right there. I'll measure out some charges once I've downed my full body protective gear. Okay, using the spare parts you found for me, I've got a framework roughly roughed out for my versatile new assault vehicle. All I need now is a contact power supply. I've noticed indigenous wildlife here packs quite the punch, electrostatically speaking. Can you hunt down thunderheads near the base here and get me an intact electro gizzard? It might take a few kills to find a usable gland.
Seeing you.
The guy's just standing there. Shoot these motherfuckers. Shoot these motherfuckers. Shit, that's a lightning bolt. Oh, my balls. We got a tail. Apparently a crafting reagent for something. I'm slightly curious as to what gets crafted in Thunder Tails. That must have been unique Thunder Tails. I'm curious what to make with lizard tails. There's one. Got the gland. Go further south. To report to General Twinbraid. That's a motherfucking abomination. Gray's abomination. like maybe that's an Easter egg for those of us who know that Grey's Anatomy is the worst thing that ever happened to television. Yeah, I said it. Doesn't depict the medical profession at all. Gonna magic this man back to life with saline and gauze.
What's on your mind?
News from the fortress? Well, spit it out. The general reads over the report, nodding in approval as he reads about the battle scar. Quite a name you're earning for yourself here in the Barrens. But Roberts isn't going far enough. What we need is a decisive victory. The patrol has been quiet today, and that's got me worried. Ever since the Alliance sacked Tarajo, none of our positions are secure. You look like you can handle it yourself. Can you scout ahead for me? Check in with my son Marley outside the Bale Modan excavation, southeast of here. The site's exposed and susceptible to raids, and my son's too proud to signal for help if he needs it.
See you soon. What can I do for you?
Twin Braids patrols always throw us right into the thick of danger. If it's not horde ambushes, Quillbore hit and run. The problem is them lousy Landquaker Kodos, big walking walls of fur shaking the ground. You can't see or hear an ambush creeping up on our backside. Go scare them off from our patrol here. Kill a few should drive the herd south and out of the left of my hair. Out of what's left of my hair. Four Kodos and one bull. Well, that's a Kodo. I see the second Kodo. Maybe. Come on. Mofos. Don't want to die. Tank it. Hunter team is awesome. I always wanted to get Kodo as a hunter. Kodos are just the worst. He's got a quest marker. He must be the only one. Big fella. I'm just gonna walk up on this one. When I walk, I mean apparently stand perfectly still as I mysteriously glide to it. Oh, stunned again. There we go. 4 Kodos and a bull dead. I thought you might be responsible for them clouds of dust I saw to the east. Nice work. Them bulls ain't sissies. Hey, look, I do interweapon.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Let's take a look at it. Upgrade to Hander. To increase the DPS but loss of strength. So I'm going to keep it there. To increase the DPS but loss the strength. Strength is more important than DPS. Yeah, I don't like giving up this weak-handed either. I thought it was cool looking. Like green hilted thing. This must be... Oh, this is Firestone Point. How much further is the... Oh, it's a little bit further south.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? What? Little Logan thinks I might need protection? It's me doing the protecting. The Quillbore here are poised to rampage. They've choked off the entire south, and we're the only thing standing in their way. A moment there. We've got more problems here than just the end of the world as we know it. Our vigil here is threatened by the Quillbore. We've been content to leave them be when they stay in the crawl, sure, but every day they press further and further out towards our camp. Maka, bless her green heart, would never forgive me if I went out bashing heads in myself. But if you could help drive them back, they're wandering near the camp, I'd appreciate it.
Good.
We're here to monitor the scars of the land and watch for further signs of instability. While we haven't seen any yet, a cataclysmic aftershock could devastate the Barrens even further. To the northeast, near the chasm, earth elementals rampage out of control. To soothe the earth, these need to occasionally be destroyed, and their essence returned in a ritual. If you help us do this, I would be happy to reward you.
Eternal sun shine upon you. Greetings. Go.
Kill razor mains to get the thing. Kill this razor main to get the thing. The bright red stone, found clutched in the grasp of a cruel boar, has been carefully carved in the likeness of a great boar, with thorny vines sprouting from its back. The surface is smooth and worn with care. Did the quill boar make this? If you find others, maybe one of the shaman at Firestone Point could tell you more about them. Here's one. So let's kill nothing. It will kill nothing because suddenly everything will despawn. Okay, I don't know what to make of that. Get your ass back here. He had a trinket thingy too. There doesn't seem to be anyone left. Oh poo. Pooey pooey poop poop poo. There's one. There's another. Let's flip over here. We'll go this way. Some food. Food. There's one. Might be within charging range. Disengage me? So you disengage for after I was murdering your fucking face. I never noticed that there was a mine there before. They're seriously disengaging me. A little bit annoying. Nobody's wanting to drop these damn stones. I'm having to kill a bunch more than I thought. Oh, it's okay that way. There's a bunch of hordes. Interesting. I seriously don't remember having mine here before. I wonder if that's something coming with maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that's why there was a phasing issue when I came over here. Seriously, you just disengaged the community? There's another night. Oh, that's dry. You just ride the Nightborn mount. There's some pretty cool looking things. He's got the horns. a blood token. Yeah, that one gave me a blood token. Cool. Let's get the fuck out of here. What do we got? 19? Might be sitting on 5. Count 5. This one's gonna take me to another questing zone point thing. Oh, dodgeable. Oh, dodgeable. Well, this is problematic because they all appear to be dead. Oh, there's one. So, bub. Yeah, she's got a Kodo trained. So clearly they can train Kodos now. Kodos are the shit. Kodos are the shiznit. As long as walk back to here. Fuck my life, this is taking forever. I can't wait to hit level 40. Yes. These are blood shards. They used to be found all over the Barrens. It said they were formed from the blood of Agamagan, the great demigod that the Quillboar sprang from. I knew the Quillboar prized them, but nobody would think they'd take the time and care to carve them like this one. There may be more to learn here. I think the Quillboars are being driven by more than just crude desire. Would you help me look into this further? To the west, scattered among the Quillboar settlement and camps, I've noticed boar skulls. They gleam from a distance, polished, smooth, distinct from the remains littered in their waste piles. I think these may be objects of worship. Bring me several of these to examine.
Strength, farewell. How may I aid?
The elements must be carefully balanced, so returning the essence is key. I hope you have been collecting it. Thank you, friend. It's important we try to calm the earth in every way we can.
How are you?
You've my thanks. If not for this if not that of the entire earthen ring. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll find a way to talk it out with these pigs, but we can't heal the land if we're dead in our sleep. Leave.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Runa here used to spend time in Camp Tharajo. She's told me about a Quillboar that used to be captured there, named Mangletooth. Quite the clever one for a Quillboar. I've been trying to... I've been trying to think of what got these Quilboar riled up so much recently, and it might be that Mangletooth escaped Tarajo alive. If he has, he's certainly calling the shot. There's a large hut up in the hills of the northwest. You find Mangletooth there, cut him down.
See you soon.
If I can figure out how to drive here. Oh, shit. I don't mean to fall like that. Oh, there's the bar. Alright, back to the thingy. Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm being attacked by a piglet. I find it funny that they worship pigs, but they also use them as pets. And they don't get like a rage buff or something if you murder their pet before you murder them. Alright. What's up, Maka? Do you have the skulls? Yes, these are clearly symbols of Agamagan. But if the Quilboars are still devoted to their dead god, what is the source of their vicious aggression? It is said that Agamagan was noble and even gave his life fighting the Burning Legion. A moment. We must confer with the spirits. Aid me, friends, and let us call upon the spirits for a vision. Ooh. Agamagan will not rise again without blood. His body demands sacrifice. Go and take our land. When all belongs to the Quilboar, we will be delivered, and Agamagan will rise again. This he has spoken to me. Go and kill. I see. She's using him to manipulate them all.
Great to meet you.
That's a relief. Maybe the rest of them will keep their own devices. Now, the less fighting around here, the better.
Safe travel.
And, 3, 5, 4 seconds. Okay. Alright. one thing left. And 14 quests with which to do it. Ding, ding.
How are ya?
Bothers him. He worries too much. There's nothing here I can't handle, but I'd still appreciate the help. Look at the chaos down there. I've instructed the foreman to save what artifacts he can. Who knows what treasure these torn animals are like to make off with. Can you help get a handle on things? Kill the raiders and save what artifacts you can. While you're at it, look for my missing tools. A few quick repairs and I can get this flying machine up and running again. Saddest story I ever told. Figli was one of our own finest diggers, until he got a hold of the thing. The Tear of the Moons, we called it. It changed him, remade him. I wish they'd stayed buried. Figli was banished from Baal Modan, but I've heard reports that he's come sniffing around the dig site again. He suffered enough, the wretched thing. If you find him down there, put old Figli out of his misery.
See you soon.
He got evolved into a trog? That is fucking brutal. Well, they've discussed the fact that the dwarves and the trogs are two different branches of the earth and affected by the curse of stone. So it's only expected that a dwarf could evolve into a trog. He just wants to come home. Like, clearly if they were able to exile out onto his intellect. Otherwise they wouldn't have been able to exile him. They would have just, like, fought him. He may not have held on to all of his intellect, but he held on to it. So, like... Seems kind of a dick move if they exile him. I'm sure there's somebody else here though. What did we telling anything again? Panic! Oh, I got the battle there, but I'll take it. I am in combat. Alright, well, I guess we're walking. So,
Great to meet you.
how's the situation down there? When the raid started, I popped a bullet into their ringleader, Stonespire, but they just kept coming. My father would be proud of you. Now to get this flying machine up and about again. Marley nods grimly. Aye, it's for the best, I suppose. Okay, let's take these artifacts to my father and give him our report firsthand. Thanks to your help, my flying machine is ready to roll. We can fly there together and share in my glory. Talk to me when you're ready to move out.
Watch your back. Hi.
Let's fly.
Safe travels.
Marley's final flight. Hold on tight back there. Seatbelts are for chumps. I don't like that. Clean to the top of Twin Braid's flying machine. We're all very proud of Baal Modan. It was the first dwarven settlement in Kalimdor. Up ahead is Baeldun Keep. Isn't she a beauty? The stronghold is indestructible. It's gonna explode. And we're going down. What the? The keep is under attack. I can't hold it. Mayday. Mayday! The battered dwarf hangs limply from the cockpit. As you approach the burning wreckage, his eyes flutter open. Marley Twinbraid is still alive. Marley grasps the sides of your head with his shaking bloody hands. Ale! Must have ale. Old Barker Stout from inside, he coughs. That should do the trick.
How are you?
Help. Help. You've got to do something. Some dwarves are still inside. So many. They're trapped in the debris. Buried alive. The flames. It's a nightmare in there. We don't know how much longer until the roof collapses. Please, you've got to save them. Run inside. Use the emergency fire valves to protect yourself from the flames. You're the only hope they have.
See you soon.
And you.
What's on your mind?
Sabotage. It had to be. The whole fortress magazine exploded. The horde must have gotten somebody inside. If you've the stones to rush into the burning nightmare, look for some clues as to who did this to us. The general will want to know. Look for a horde corpse in the wreckage and get to the bottom of this
Keep
disaster.
your feet on the ground.
One smoldering corpse stands out amidst the carnage. The dead goblin clutches the schematic of the fortress in lifeless hands. The Bilgewater Cartel goblins did this. General Twinblade will want to know the details of this cowardly attack. You gather up the evidence. You don't get the fire immunity unless you also get hit with the beam. Alright, I'm out. Fucking hell, that was loud.
Well met.
You're a legend! The other survivors and I will be telling the story of your deeds for years to come.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Marley's breathing is ragged, coming and going in shuddering gasps. His eyes look at you imploringly. Marley's eyes sparkle as you rush towards him with the ale. He grasps the mugs in both of his shaking hands, upends it, white foam spilling all over his blood-soaked beard. Ah, that's the stuff. Old Barker Stout. Thank you, friend. That'll make this a little easier. Coughing one final time, he slumps over into the shattered control console, the half-empty mug crashing the ground and spilling its contents into the sand. His eyes glaze over. Marley Twinbraid is dead. You gently close Marley's eyes. Someone is going to have to tell General Twinbraid that the Horde has killed his only son. That someone is you. You think homie would have, had me pull him out of the thing? I don't know. Probably some type of, super dead. I thought I was gonna get a ride back to the hold. 7 quests to go. I'm sitting on 3, so 4 more. We're gonna end up aggroing at least one of these fucking earth elementals. Told ya. He was at forward camp, wasn't he? Yeah. I'm not even back to Triumph yet. That's why I didn't tell me to Hearth.
What can I do for you?
All bad news. General Twinbraid hurls his axe blade into the dirt, his voice quiet, but his body quivering with disbelief and rage. That was my boy. My only boy. They've made it personal. Personal. What? Baldoon in ruins? Corpses everywhere? No. No? You described the evidence you found at the scene. The Bilgewater Goblins, was it? They want to fight, do they? We'll show them what it means to be part of the Horde, we will. I'll find the battle scar with their corpses. I'll redden the dirt with their blood. Twinbraid grabs your collar. Goblins are going to die. I want to see some dead goblins. Just west of here, you'll find a whole war of those little insects burrowing into the mountain. Let's see to it that they're digging their grave. Destroy them. Lay waste to their whole grubby operation. They've sown their own demise in Baldoon. It is time to meet the Reaper. It's not enough to kill him. After Baldoon, I want to give those goblins a taste of their own. Go into Fizzlecrank Mine and arm a pile of explosives inside. At the entrance to the mine, you should see some sort of switch, a plunger. Once the explosives are armed, use the plunger to blow the place sky high. Put the fear in them.
See you soon.
Homie's pissed. Kill them all and bury the rest. What's this? CC. How every time there's an update, it does that. Not like when it actually time, I ain't scared. Last mutton chop. Oh, there's a grenade right there. Hey, buddy. Kill you and your girlfriend. That's right. She actually liked you. She might have loved you. Now you know that. properly armed and of explosives. The explosives are armed and ready. Shield your eyes from the blast and the debris as the mine implodes on itself. General Twinbraid will be pleased, but somehow you doubt it will be enough to quench his thirst for vengeance. Vengeance was Ulgene. Oh. Why were there only 3 of them, though? Like... No. Dead? Good. Let word of this deed spread, and with it, terror. The Horde will feel the consequences of their attack on Baldoon, and they'll rue the day they ever crossed us. Twinbraid nods as you describe the destruction of the mine, and his eyes still burn the rage. Very nice work. I suppose there's some strategic value in depriving the Horde of these minerals, but I'd have done it anyway, just to crush those little green monstrosities.
Be good. Well met.
I think I can't get that because I'm not high enough level yet. Ugh. So I'm assuming that's the entry quest into Dustwallow. But I am not high enough level yet to take.
Can I help you?
It must be an enormous evolutionary advantage to be able to shoot lightning from your face. The gizzard shocks Missy as you hand it over, blasting her to the ground. Ooh. Ooh, that's nasty and I love it.
Right.
Thank you. Now I can begin my final assembly. Let's watch. Okay, structure, check. Power, check. Danger, double check. Let's fire up my masterpiece. You're a rabbit. Aye, but it's a wee bit, wee, isn't it? Nonsense. Miniaturization is the future of warfare. And I got his back there. And killed 3 people. I should mention I reversed the gearbox to accommodate the smaller form factor. A little bit late. You just killed 3 people. Alright, so Desolus is gonna be our next zone because, yeah, it's gonna be our next one. Leveling, we are Classic, Kalimdor, and Desolus. Then we will open up the Adventure Guide and start quests for Desolus. By order of His Royal Highness, King Anduin Wrin, all able-bodied citizens of the Alliance are to report to Officer Jenki on the road in Desolus at Tethris Aran. The brave soldiers of Nigel's Point are beset by demons and the armies of the Horde, and they need your help. To reach Desolus, travel south on the road from the Charred Vale and Stonetail Mountains for the glory and honor of the Alliance. You there, send me to Watch's Glen. Assumably this is going to be a bit of a drive. But we are now done with Southern Barrens. Backspace. Next time will be Desolus. And yeah. I don't like it. There's this big, huge open spot. Like, we're gonna have well, we were gonna make a dry line all along to do a Zero Mist and Blood Mist. But even if we do Ashenville after doing both of those, it might give me enough to get to 35 and do Fairless. And all the other zones are level 40 plus. Averaging what, like 5 levels a zone? So you think maybe 1, So, the Draenei may not even see 60. And then we'll do Hordes to get the Horde zones on the Eastern Kingdoms. So we're undead. And do, Silver Pine, plenty of stuff there to do. Yeah, it'll be fun. Save that for later. Ride out into the sunset of your Thunder Lizard Tales. Let's look at what Thunder Lizard Tales did. Since I'm sitting here, nothing else to do. Google. Click. It's probably a cooking reagent. Thunder Lizard Tail. Yep. In the meat category. Probably it's cooking ingredient. Reagent 4. Crispy lizard tails. Well fed, gaining 6 stamina, versatility for 15 minutes. Nah. I was hoping it'd be like some sort of lightning food. Crazy. I just thought it would be cool. It would be like, I got lizard lightning shooting food. Maybe with the pepper breath food. This didn't take that long. I don't think, anyway. Alright, well, eventually we're gonna land where I want to. Now, I guess. Alrighty. So this is not where we're landing. We're flying over something. Vigil's Point. This list has 5 chapters and 61 quests. No, it really is too bad. I don't think they need to be open from level 1. But it'd be nice if they were open from like level 10, like Blood Mist is, and like Dark Shore is, Shara, and Northern Barrens. Lightning. Professor's XX Gnome Quarter is equipped. Okay, so this is where we need to be for that. I'm going to park myself in the inn here. Actually, you know what, screw it. We're going to just keep with what we've been doing here. Malagik is not offering that quest.
What can I do for you?
I get a feeling it's because I accepted that. Yep.
I got a bad
I've received a survey message from Nigel's Point and Desolus. It would seem as if a great upheaval has created some new problems for them, which they are ill-equipped to handle. I was given no further information. Report to Officer Janky and Desolus. She will direct you to Nigel's Point. Good luck.
Watch your back.
And that's where we will end it for right now. I'm just gonna go park in this inn. This should be an inn. Pretty sure this is an inn. Do I need to do an equipment dump? The equipment dump too.
I offer service with a smile.
Goods. Alrighty.
Spread the good word, eh?
Job done for now. We will be back shortly with another game. But for now, we are done with the Warcraft 1 run for the week.